everyone, I'm Rochelle Chernowski, and this is Shell Point Today for Thursday, October 9th. On today's show, we head up to 41 to Ada's Natural Market as Mary Franklin gives you a sneak peek into what's in store for you on Tuesday's Health Connections trip. Teri Kollath is over at the Pavilion to explain why it's so important for you to take part in the Auxiliaries Bakeless Bake Sale. And Dora Robbins is here for the first part of our series, Let's Talk Safety. But first, millions of people around the world are facing hunger on a daily basis. They don't know where their next meal is coming from, and it's something that we here in Southwest Florida can help combat. And it's the topic of today's Academy class, what is being done locally for the problem of global hunger. Two of the leaders of the Educational Concerns for Hunger organization, or ECHO, will be here to discuss the accomplishments of this North Fort Myers group and how you can help. The class gets underway at 10:15 in the Social Center on the island. It is free, but sign-ups are required. Also today, musician David Pedraza will bring his viola to Shell Point and perform an evening of elegant music in the Grand Cypress Room at the Woodlands. The concert begins at 7. No tickets are required. And an important reminder for all of our residents. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. in the Grand Cypress Room, Director of Pharmacy Services Joy Darnell will be talking about Medicare Part D for 2015 and how the plans, changes, and costs will affect you. This is one meeting that you don't want to miss.
Hello everyone, I'm with Mr. Seth Mendell. He is a new resident in Dora. Just happens to have a lot of talents that we're bringing into the Academy of Lifelong Learning this semester. Thank you for joining me, Seth.
Well, thank you.
Now this course that we're talking about, this series of lectures, is on Russia under the Tsars.
Yes.
How did you come to be interested in Russian history?
Well, when I was in the Army way back in the mid-50s and stationed in Germany, I had time on my hands because this was during the Cold War there. And I spent a lot of time in the library, and I started just reading. And of course, I was in Europe, and a lot of history in Europe, and I began to get interested in history and started working on my master's degree in history. And it just so happened in at Trinity College, we had a visiting Russian scholar by the name of Igor Vinogradov. And as a young boy, he and his parents had escaped during the Russian Revolution from St. Petersburg, Petrograd during the First World War, to England. And now, all these years later, as an older, elderly man, really, in the early 60s, he was there at Trinity College, and I just happened to be there, and he was doing a course in Russian history. So, in a sense, I had it right from the horse's mouth.
That's the best way, isn't it? For those of us who did not live in the time of the Tsars, it is so mysterious. And the pageantry, I can't wait to hear about each of the areas. It looks like you're going to have 6 different lectures. Are you focusing on a different figure each time?
All figures.
Our figures.
Really kind of centuries or half centuries. Okay. And we start with a broad brush way back in the 9th century, 800s, when the Scandinavians, really, Vikings, came down the rivers into what's now would be Western Russia, down to Kiev and Novgorod, and organize these scattered towns and principalities. And then we skip quickly over 200 or 300 years, and the Mongols come and destroy that. Then we fast forward to Moscow on the Muscova River, and more in the heartland of Russia. And the first Grand Prince in Moscow is Ivan, Ivan I.
Well, it must be wonderful to have all of this in Mr. Seth Mendell's mind, and we're so glad that you're going to share it with us in the Academy. Thank you very much.
You're certainly welcome.
Please look at the weekly reminder and sign up at either service desk for each of these classes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or all 6. Thank you so much.
Finding a balance between the 6 dimensions of a life quest is an ongoing task, and the physical dimension is made much easier when eating healthy. As part of Shell Point's Healthy Living Tour, Health Connections is offering a trip to Ada's Natural Market on Tuesday, October 14th. While there, the store manager will help you get the most out of your shopping experience and offer advice on how to reach your physical dimension life quest goals. Mary Franklin is here now to tell us more.
I'm Mary Franklin on site at Ada's Supermarket, the site of a future Health Connections program. That's right, we're heading off property to come visit Ada's, which is a supermarket on the corner of College and 41. Why are we heading to a supermarket for a Health Connection class, you may ask? Well, it's because Ada's provides the healthiest food that you can get. A lot of their products are locally grown, almost all of them are organic, and they're very healthy for you. So if you're working on your Life Quest physical dimension, this is a great place to start. Grains, oats, and bran are an important part of our diet, and here at Ada's you can see they have a wide variety to choose from. The manager will be here to talk about how you can use these foods and add them to your diets to make sure that you're getting the total enrichment that you can and the most out of your food. There's a lot of interesting aspects to Ada's that makes it more than just a supermarket. There's a smoothie bar, a place where you can have lunch or dinner, a salad bar, and a wonderful meat display. This butcher shop is interesting. It's a little bit more than what you get at your regular Publix or other supermarket because all of this meat is grass-fed and dry-aged. I've heard it tastes fantastic. Join the Ada's trip on October 14th. It's a Tuesday. We're going to start court pickups early at 7:30 a.m. on the island, 7:40 Woodlands, and 7:50 Eagles Preserve. But we're going to be heading out here. The market will be very quiet that time, and we have a one-on-one informational talk with the manager to tell us all the wonderful aspects and ideas you can incorporate into your diet to make you the healthiest you can be. I'm Mary Franklin. Have a happy and healthy day.
Thank you, Mary. Now to a topic that not everyone embraces, but definitely one that you'll need to be aware of and pay close attention to: safety in your community. From watching for pedestrians crossing the street to making sure golf carts are using proper signaling techniques, if you do your part, Shell Point will continue to be a great place to live. And as a part of our ongoing effort to keep Shell Point safe, we're beginning a series here on Shell Point TV titled Let's Talk Safety. Resort Services employee Dora Robbins will join us occasionally to give you some helpful hints on how to stay safe. And today, something that affects many seniors is falling. Dora has more now on how to prevent those frustrating and many times painful incidents.
Hi, I'm Dora Robbins from Resort Service, and I serve on the Shell Point Safety Committee. In today's Let's Talk Safety, I'm going to talk about preventing falls. Fall prevention may not seem like a very lively topic, but it's important, especially as you get older. Physical change and health conditions, and sometimes the medications used to treat those conditions, make falls more likely. In fact, falls are a leading cause of injury among older adults. Still, fear of falling doesn't need to rule your life. Instead, here are 6 simple fall prevention strategies. 1. Make an appointment with your doctor. Medications you're taking may cause side effects that might increase your risk of falling. Your doctor will be able to help you adjust those medications if necessary. Write down details of any time you may have fallen and discuss them with your doctor. This will help him identify specific fall prevention plans. Discuss your health condition with your doctor. Let him know how you feel when you're walking. Do you feel dizzy, joint pain, numbness or shortness of breath when you walk? The doctor may evaluate your muscle strength, balance, walking styles as well. 2. Keep moving. Physical activity can go a long way towards fall prevention. With your doctor's okay, consider activities such as walking, water workouts, or Tai Chi, a gentle exercise that involves slow and graceful dance-like movements. These types of activities reduce the risk of falls by improving your balance, coordination, and flexibility. If you avoid physical activities because you're afraid, it will make a fall more likely. Tell your doctor. He or she may recommend carefully monitored exercise programs or refer you to a physical therapist. The physical therapist can create a custom exercise program aimed at improving your balance, flexibility, muscle strength, and gait. 3. Wear sensible shoes. Consider changing your footwear as a part of your fall prevention plan. High heels, floppy slippers, and shoes with slick soles can make you slip, stumble, and fall. So can walking in your stocking feet. Instead, wear appropriately fitted sturdy shoes with non-stick soles. 4. Remove home hazards. Take a look around your home. Your living room, your kitchen, bedroom, bathroom, hallways, and stairways may be filled with hazards. To make your home safer, remove boxes, newspaper, electrical cords, and phone cords away from walkways. Your coffee tables, magazine racks, and plant stands from high traffic areas. Secure loose rugs with double-faced tape. Immediately clean spilled liquid, grease, or food. Use non-slip mats in your bathtub or shower. 5. Light up your living space. Keep your home brightly lit to avoid tripping on objects that are hard to see. Place night lights in your bedroom, bathroom, and hallways. Place lamps within reach of your bed for middle-of-the-night needs. Store flashlights in easy-to-find places in case of power outages. 6. Use assistive devices. Your doctor may recommend using a cane or walker to keep you steady. Other assistive devices can help you too. For example, handrails for both sides of the stairway, non-slip treads for bare wood steps, a raised toilet seat or one with an armrest, and grab bars for the shower or tub. More than 1/3 of adults 65 years and older fall each year. Among older adults, falls are the leading cause of injury deaths and most common cause of non-fatal injuries and hospital admissions for trauma. 60% of people who die from falls are 75 and older. Seniors can modify the risk factors by following these simple safety measures. That's today's Let's Talk Safety. Thank you for watching and be safe.
Dora, that was some great advice. Thank you. Well, we're in the home stretch now for the Pavilion Auxiliary's Bakeless Bake Sale, a terrific fundraising event that helps to keep the auxiliary an integral part of the day-to-day happenings at the Pavilion. And as some of the staff at the Pavilion tells us, with the help of the folks from the auxiliary, the entire patient experience is a positive one.
Hi, I'm Teri Kollath, and I'm here with Liz Posma, our nurse manager for our first floor of the Pavilion Auxiliary, which we refer to as our rehab floor. Thank you for joining me, Liz. We're here to talk about what it means to you, because we're having a fundraiser for our Pavilion Auxiliary, what it means to you that we have this auxiliary coming in and out of your first floor.
You know what, this floor is an area that is constantly changing and has a lot of needs and a lot of demands, and having the auxiliary able to support nursing on the floor is just, it makes an incredible difference. You know, they're able to provide all the extra little TLC things that nursing would ideally like to be able to do, but you know, have to focus on their priorities.
I think I would feel that if I came to the first floor to rehab from an illness or an injury, it would just warm my heart to see so many friends and neighbors coming in and out to help me.
Yeah, and that is true. You know, they all tend to know each other, and it's wonderful. It's all like one great big extended family, so it makes for a really positive experience. As a nurse, it means so much, you know, that all the little extras that the patients are able to acquire because of the volunteers.
Well, you've been with us a good strong 3 months, Liz.
3 months.
We welcome you, and we're so glad to have you as part of our Pavilion
Thank you.
staff.
I'm really happy to be here. I love the Pavilion. I really do.
Here we are on our second floor, which we refer to as our memory care unit. And we're speaking with yet another wonderful nurse manager. This is Kelly Hank. Thank you for welcoming us to your memory care unit, Kelly. We appreciate it.
Thank you. I'm glad that you're here.
We, as I told you, are sharing with our residents the purpose for our auxiliary Bakeless Bake Sale is to serve our friends and neighbors. And just what does it mean in your memory care unit when you have these volunteers in blue jackets interacting up here?
The volunteers are absolutely invaluable up here on the second floor. And several of the places that they help us was our dining program, over 25% of our residents need assistance with dining. And if you put the numbers together, we just don't have enough people to make sure everybody gets fed. So I really appreciate when the volunteers come up to help us feed our residents. And our residents, you know, obviously appreciate that also. We also have the concierge program, and they come and visit residents in the rooms. Not everybody has family that's close. So this one-on-one interaction is really important to them. And they make over 250 visits every month, and they spend over 2,000 minutes every month talking with our residents. So we couldn't do it without them. A lot of times I hear that people don't want to come to the second floor because they're afraid. And there's nothing to be afraid of, unless repeating yourself is scary. We do have to repeat ourselves quite a bit, but these people here are very, very loving. They have a hard time expressing their feelings sometimes or what they're trying to tell you, but you know, that's what makes it a ministry, you know, is to be up here and to really try to connect with them and make them feel loved and appreciated and make every day worthwhile for them.
Oh, Kelly, it's so wonderful to hear you say that. Isn't it great to know with our staff and our residents wearing the blue jackets that this is the place where you can put your talents, where you can put your heart, and we're asking you during our Bakeless Bake sale to also put a little bit of your money. Hi, we've worked our way up to the 3rd floor now. We're with our nurse manager, Allison Brown, and we are delighted to stop here as our final destination in today's little tour of the pavilion to talk about just what it means to you, Allison, and your great staff to have these auxiliary people around.
Well, thank you, Teri, and I think the Shell Point community needs to know that our volunteers are the heart of this building. They give of their time, they give them of themselves. They're here for us every day, whether it's someone coming from the wheelchair shop, working the desk, being on our unit as the concierge, doing the hydration cart, the library cart. We really count on our volunteers with their gifts of love every single day. It is about relationships. It's about building those relationships with the residents, families, staff. And, you know, I love it every single day because it's my family and I think it becomes their family as well.
So good to hear. Well, you've heard from another one of our wonderful nurse managers how much the pavilion means, and we urge you, please support them now during their Bakeless Bake sale.
Now it's time to cover all of today's happenings, Academy news, menus, and Village Church connections.
Hello everybody and welcome to the happening segment of Shell Point TV. I'm Bev Chanley and I'm here with Jill Alderink and we're going to tell you what's going on for activities here at Shell Point today. We're going to start out early, as usual, with the 7:15 Health Connections class, Bend, Breathe, and Balance. That'll be down in the Health Club on the island. At 8 o'clock, the Men's Golf Association will be down at the Shell Point Golf Club. Also at 8 o'clock, the Round Robin Doubles Tennis will be going on at our Woodlands tennis courts. At 8:30, the Paddlers Club will be meeting at the Kayak Storage on the island for their weekly trip. Shuffleboard will be played at 9:15 at the Shuffleboard courts. Current events will be discussed in the game room at the Woodlands at 9:30. Also at 9:30, we have the ladies match play tennis at the Woodlands tennis courts. Our last 9:30 activity today is Samba, the card game that'll be in the Sable Room at the Woodlands. At 9:45, we have Introduction to Beginning Line Dancing in the Health Club. The Susie Q boat's going out with Captain Jim at 10 o'clock to Matanzas Inn for lunch. You do need to sign up for that. And our last morning activity today is 10:15, Basic Line Dancing in the Health Club. Now here's Jill with your afternoon choices.
Thanks. Well, we start right after lunch at 12:45 with Mahjong in the Library Lounge on the island. And at 1:30, Health Connections Aqua Pilates Stretch out at the LifeQuest Aquatic Pool. At 2 o'clock, if you're part of the Christmas cantata, they have rehearsal in the Village Church. At 2:45, Health Connections Balance and Mobility Training Level 2 meets in the Health Club. That event is currently closed. And at 4:30, Alcoholics Anonymous meeting will be in the Sable Room at the Woodlands. You can play Pinochle in the Library Lounge at 6:30. And at 7 o'clock, we have a special presentation, An Evening of Elegance with David Pendraza. That will be in the Grand Cypress Room at the Woodlands. Also at 7 o'clock, we have the Trailblazers Bible Study Group. They'll be meeting in the game room at the Woodlands. Thanks for being with us today. Those are your activities for Shell Point, and we'll see you right back here tomorrow.
Hello, I'm Teri Kollath with your Academy information for Thursday, October 9th. At 9:15, How to Protect Your Personal Information continues in the Computer Teaching Center on the island. At 10:15, we present what is being done locally for the problem of global hunger in the Social Center on the island, and you can sign up right at the door. At 1 o'clock, Mahjong Basics will continue in the Arbor second floor country kitchen at the Woodlands. At 1:30, we have Apple iPad What's in the Air at the Oak Room of the Woodlands, and sign up is required. Tomorrow, our new class is Making Greeting Cards with Wayne Wolford. Reminder, this is a new place. It is now being held in the Woodlands Computer Center.
Menus for Thursday. In the Crystal Room, the Crystal Platter is herbed chicken with oven-roasted potatoes and asparagus. The dinner special is Old Home Cooking Night for $11.95, and the soup of the day is black bean. In the Island Cafe for lunch, the special is hot roast beef and cheddar with chips for $7.25. The dinner special is Thai night for $8.25. Dinner specials in the Palm Grill on Thursday are grilled New York strip for $18.95 or halibut for $14.95. All menus are available 24 hours a day at www.shellpoint.net.
Greetings and welcome to Village Church Connections. I'm here with Janice Quinlan, our international worker in residence. And Janice, we are here because we are very excited about an event that will be happening later this month. It's part of what has typically been a fall focus for us as we focus on an area of missions that's unique in some part of the world. And this year we are privileged to have several guests coming that I know you have some firsthand experience with. Carl and Laura Ralston and New. And they're part of the organization that they began, Remember New. And we're going to hear a lot about that story. But tell us just in a snapshot a little bit about Remember New, what that organization is all about, and how you've been exposed to their work in Thailand.
Carl came to Thailand about 10 years ago to an event called Getting It Done Asia, and had been highly involved in men's ministries. And during that conference, he heard a number of missionaries, but one really spoke very deeply to Carl. Some missionaries from Cambodia who came over to participate in the conference and shared with him about young people, children from their Sunday school, who were being sold into the sex trade. And Carl decided that he would do everything he could, even if it meant selling his home and his business, to prevent children from being sold in the sex trade, and moved to Thailand, him and Lori, and have spent a number of years starting a ministry in Thailand that is really now worldwide. Mm-hmm. And it's more of a prevention ministry. They have children as young as 2 or 3 years old that are at risk of abandonment or going to be sold into the sex trade, and have helped hundreds of children. So I know them personally because we lived in the same country together, and it's a partnership ministry between Remember New and with the Christian Missionary Alliance.
The dates that they will be here is October 19 through 22. Yes. And we have a number of events scheduled during those days, beginning with our Sunday services, Sunday morning and Sunday night, where he will be sharing some of the story that inspired them to get involved in this kind of ministry. And they'll give us a picture of what's going on around the world now. There'll be an academy class on Monday at 1 o'clock in the Grand Cypress Room, and the topic is going to be prevention, intervention, and he'll talk about the two different approaches to this ministry. And then Tuesday night, 7:15 at the Village Church, he'll do another session that's entitled Justice versus Mercy. You know, those are two concepts that we see throughout Scripture, and balancing those is critical, and I think he has some unique perspective about that. And then Wednesday morning, as part of our women's ministry, Carl and Laura and New will be sharing her testimony, her story. Some of that will be by way of video, and then New will also be sharing a little bit. It's going to be followed by a lunch. And the lunch is going to be Southeast Asia flavor kinds of things that will be fun, I believe.
That will be fun.
Ticket is required for those events on Wednesday, but the ticket is complimentary. So we encourage folks to call the church office to get their ticket, reserve their space now, because I know they don't want to miss this.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for sharing with us today, Janice, your firsthand knowledge of this ministry, and Carl and Laura. And we certainly invite you to put these dates on your calendar, October 19th through the 22nd, and connect it every possible way that you can during this time. Have a wonderful day.
We're glad you joined us for today's show. Tune in tomorrow as we celebrate the International Day of the Girl. Until then, this is Shell Point Today for Thursday, October 9th. I'm Rochelle Chernowski, and for all of us here at Shell Point TV, we hope you have a great day, and we'll see you again tomorrow.